What's going on, guys? To finish my twisted tea. Y'all drinking a twisted tea too? Well, you need to get on it, man. Like I mentioned in the last video, I have a little bit of time, so I'm gonna try and knock out 2 videos here. I got, again, a huge mixture of stuff. Like I said, I've been picking up a bunch of stuff over this quarantine, so let's get to it. The first thing, stuff's falling out of the jacket. This is Laster with Ons Verge Fatum, I believe it is. Now, I found out about this band actually when this record came out, because I actually find out about a lot of my music through Wikipedia. Shout out to Wikipedia. There's like a Wikipedia list that's listed as 2020 in heavy metal, and basically if the band has a Wikipedia page, their album release is on there. So what I would do is any band that I hadn't heard of, I would click on them, see if they were interesting, and if they were, I would check out their album. So when this album came out, I checked it out, and it blew my mind. It was totally different from anything that I had heard before, and it was just, it's on black vinyl, so no point in really showing you that, but this was put out through Dunkelheit, and this album's so weird. Like, I had posted about this on Instagram, and actually Ben, shout out to Ben, he showed their most recent album a few like pickup videos ago, and the best way to describe these guys, and I kind of did this on my Instagram, is they're a band that they're very like atmospheric. They take you on this journey through their album, where I think the way I described it is like you feel like you have your typical like blasting that you get in a black metal album, but then you go through this tunnel, and during this tunnel you just are very relaxed and very soothing, and you get taken on this journey, and then once you come out of the tunnel, you're back to where you were, and you get like your blasting. And what I mean by that is just that this album has incorporates so many different elements into the songs, and they are, of course, long. A lot of them are longer songs, obviously, with it being 4 tracks, I believe, and it's great stuff. I had wanted to own this for quite some time, but the label is based, of course, in Europe, and so the price of them was very, very expensive to get over here. And shout out to Deep Discount. I ended up pretty much looking through Deep Discount and getting this for like $14 used, which I will take all day, because when you take an album that would have cost like, I think 30 something to get over here, I'll take 14. Sounds great. Very, very happy to have it. Here's the hype sticker there. I don't know if it'll focus, but yeah, it says the new album from the Dutch Phantoms Obscure Dance Music from Utrecht, double vinyl edition in a noble gatefold jacket, pressed on 180 gram vinyl. So yeah, I know they like to describe themselves as dance music. It's really weird, like black metal, but it's awesome stuff, for someone that myself that enjoys a lot of different black metal bands but doesn't really know how to describe them. I just would tell people to check this out. It's really weird. That's all I can really say. I need to listen to that new album, because I haven't done so. Now, switching gears here, we're going to get on a little hardcore kick, and we're going to show off, this is Foundation. This is their 7-inch. This has 3 tracks on here. It has like, Counter 1,000 Ways, and I can't think of the other track. At Your Mercy. And so I did a Bridge 9 grab bag because there was a lot of stuff that I didn't own that I was interested in, and then I felt like whatever I had extra I could just throw up in the distro. And I'm glad I did, because I actually got some really cool stuff. Pretty much anything that was like hardcore related I wanted to keep. And Foundation is an awesome band, hardcore band out of Atlanta. It's on this blue marble vinyl, 45 open hole, and it's killer stuff. Recently, I don't know if anyone like followed their like dispute with PayPal, but it seems it's pretty crazy. They put up a shirt for like Black Lives Matter and everything, and the shirt that they put up, I can't get this thing back in there. The shirt that they put up sold like hotcakes, which makes sense. And they had so much money coming into their PayPal, and I don't know if, I guess, like, their PayPal really wasn't getting used since they had stopped being a band, that PayPal thought they were doing some type of fraud, and they totally shut down their PayPal account. I don't know if it ever got fixed, but it was like a huge hassle, and it was crazy. But yeah, Foundation, sick hardcore. Check it out. Glad to have that. Where am I going to put this bad boy? I'll put it right there. Continuing on the hardcore realm, I just got this today. This is Tsunami with their new EP that they released. It actually has their original EP demonstration attached onto it. For those who aren't aware, Tsunami is a hardcore band from the Bay Area. They're a part of that kind of movement with like Hands of God and Gulch, even though they sound very different from Gulch, but all three bands are kind of incorporated. They're all buddies with each other, and I even think maybe possibly there's a member or two that plays in like a few of the bands. But Tsunami is very much, they, like, Gulch is more of like, they're like very like fast-paced hardcore, right? Hands of God is more of this kind of like more modern, like breakdown heavy hardcore, and then Tsunami is more like beatdown hardcore. So a lot of, like, I know like at LBD Fest, Hands of God played, and they did a cover of Tsunami style, and they like came out and the vocalist was like, yeah, like, shout out to Gulch, shout out to Tsunami, but like, fuck those guys, we're harder than them. And then they came out and they're like, this is Tsunami style, and like the crowd went crazy. And you know, it's rightfully so. Like, Tsunami is, they're so dang heavy and just so like breakdown, beat down heavy, and the lyrics are very much like, you know, like, I'ma fuck you up kind of lyrics, that it's totally like, when you listen to it, you just get angry and you just want to go and you just want to like beat someone in the back of the head and jump off of a stage. I love it. It's awesome. I've been jamming these guys a lot, and they've been getting a lot of hype too. So when this went up for pre-order, it pretty much sold out like that, and I was glad to get a copy of it. So you can see there's the first EP, and then you got Demonstration, which is those tracks. Now, the record's actually damn cool. So it's on this, like, hopefully the camera could pick that up. It looks kind of weird. It's not this light, but it is like a light kind of baby blue transparent, and then it has one of those like silk screen gimmicks on there, and it looks really, really dope. Screen prints, not silk screen. What am I talking about? But yeah, this sold out, so if you wanted it, I'd check Discogs. I don't know what people are trying to resell it for, but Tsunami, check it out. This did come where it was like screwed up right there, and that bothered me, but I mean, record plays fine, obviously. So totally switching gears to some new metal. What would a Deontay video be without some new metal? This is Mudvayne with Lost and Found. This is a heavy bad boy too. You know, I'm a big Mudvayne fan. You know, obviously growing up with new metal, Mudvayne was a very important piece to my musical evolution journey. And I know everyone thinks of the burper ding memes that were going around, you know, a year and a half ago or so. But people forget that not only, of course, that bass player's sick, but Mudvayne is an awesome band. You know, what's that boy's name? Chad Gray. His vocals for Mudvayne are awesome. I really enjoy a lot of the songs, especially with this album in particular. The singles are actually damn good. Like, Happy is probably the most well-known song, but I like Falling Asleep. That's my favorite Mudvayne song. Forget to Remember is really good. Determined and Pushing Through are top notch. I mean, this whole album's great. It's a gatefold double LP. Inside there, this is put out through that kind of like sketchy label SRC Vinyl, and I was a little worried about ordering from them because some people were like, yeah, order from them, and like they never ship my stuff, and they kept saying, oh, it's delayed, and then 4 months later they would get a refund. Luckily for me, my stuff got shipped right away. These came on this real thick, I don't know if it's 180 gram, but I doubt it, but it kind of feels like it. And these are on these like blue kind of smoky transparent LPs. So yeah, awesome stuff. SRC actually puts out a lot of good represses or like first presses of vinyls. Like I feel like this may have been a first press. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm happy to have it. This was an upgrade as well. I had like a CD copy and sold the CD copy in the distro, but yeah, Mudvayne. A lot of people want these guys to come back because they don't like Hell Yeah. R.I.P. to Vinnie Paul, but you know, I love Mudvayne. I need to pick up the rest of their stuff. I own one of their other CDs, the End of All Things to Come. Going into some hardcore. I know on the recent live stream, I don't remember if it was Devin, but someone asked like, what's like a good entry point for Earth Crisis, or what's their favorite album? Well, this is my favorite album, and I feel like it's probably the most popular, and that is Gomorrah Seasons Ends. Oh man, it's obviously not. It's dark, but it's not really this dark. But my camera view is just as dark. Yeah, this was my entry point into Earth Crisis, so obviously it's kind of my go-to. I picked this up on vinyl through Amazon. Amazon's been a big thing for me lately just because they've been having crazy sales and vinyl are getting discounted. But this dropped down, there was like only one in stock, and it was probably like $11, and I was like, I need that. So it's awesome. I spun this the other day, and it sounds just fine. It's Victory Records. It's a repress, of course. It's just on black vinyl, but I love Earth Crisis. I think they're great. I was thinking about the Josta quote from his podcast when he always says, like, anytime there's anything wrong with the world, or like if someone's life is fucked up, he's like, should have had Earth Crisis. And I mean, it's kind of true, right? Like Earth Crisis, they're, you know, I'm talking about bringing that straight edge veganism. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you had Earth Crisis, like your life probably would have been better. You wouldn't have been a fuck up, but. Earth Crisis. Gomorrah Season Ends. Awesome record, man. Awesome. Switching gears once again. This is a real nice vinyl. Surprised I don't got a lot of fingerprints on there. This is a repress of Appetite for Destruction, Guns N' Roses. This was kind of like a collection filler. You know, Guns N' Roses. I love Guns N' Roses. Early on, when I was 11, 12, 13, getting into rock and metal. 80s was my jam, you know. I was into Poison. I was into Guns N' Roses, the Motley Crue, all that kind of stuff. The band that actually I got into later, that's my favorite out of all the bands, is Wasp. My, like, goal one day is to go to, like, whenever, you know, things are back to normal, is to, like, go to a bar and be pretty hammered and sing Wasp songs. Who doesn't want to hear L-O-T-T-V-E? You know what I'm saying? I want my love machine, no L-O. Okay, yeah, we're not talking about Wasp. We're talking about Guns N' Roses. But I love Wasp. You know, for a long time, like, Use Your Illusion, I think, 2, whichever one is the blue Use Your Illusion, that was my favorite Guns N' Roses album, and I think it might still be. That's the one with Civil War and stuff on there. And I think it's just because I overheard this record growing up. You know, of course, we get pounded with Welcome to the Jungle and Paradise City and stuff like that. But, I mean, all in all, it's a solid release, man. And, you know, picking this up now, I'm definitely going to go ahead and give this another spin after not really listening to the album for quite some time because I wanted to kind of get it out of my head. But, you know, I really like Guns N' Roses. I think they're a great, just classic 80s band, right? And yeah, it's just on black. But yeah, it's a cool repress here. Again, this was an Amazon grab or actually no, this wasn't an Amazon grab. I actually grabbed this from You Discover Music. I got this for free because of a pricing error. So yeah, pick that up. Which you'll be seeing a lot of You Discover Music stuff because I've been picking up a ton of that. Next up, and last but not least, shout out to Jason for talking about this in a update video. When the live streams first began, that's when I found out about Jason. I ended up subscribing to him and was like, hey, I want to obviously learn more about punk, learn more about hardcore, more than what I already knew. So I went back to video 1 and watched all his videos. And in one of them, he showed off this, and I was like, I need to have that because obviously I'm a Sick of It All fan. And I mean, the bands on here, I like Comeback Kid, I like Ignite, Hatebreed, Bleeding Through, Madball, obviously, Sepultura, Most Precious Blood, First Blood, which is one of the most insane shows I've ever been to. Who was it? It was Left Behind, First Blood, and Lionheart. Oh man, First Blood, that was so violent. Anyway, this is a great covers album. I like stuff like this, these tribute twos. I know that he showed off as well, I believe, one for Slapshot, which I need to track down a copy of that CD because I'm a big Slapshot fan. But yeah, awesome stuff. And then Unearth's on there too. I didn't even completely didn't catch Unearth, but this is on green vinyl, and it's good stuff. When I got this in like maybe a month or so ago, I gave it a listen, and it's great. I enjoy covers. I know I mentioned in my last video, I like when bands do covers, and you know, if you're kind of keeping it true to the original song, but adding in your little twist to it, to where like I know it's your band, I can hear that and say, that's Jamie Josta of Hatebreed. That's, you know, freaking, I don't know the vocalist name, but I can say, that sounds like Comeback Kid or something, you know. I enjoy that kind of stuff. So, also Comeback Kid, best band on Face Down, easily. But that's going to be all this video. Actually went a little bit longer than I thought, but thank you all for watching. I'll probably try and separate these. I'll have the first video that you'll have already seen, and then this one will go up 4 days later, 5 days later. So thank you. I hope you enjoyed. Peace out. Drink some Twisted Tea, man.